Hey, what's up?
How's everything going?
I'm good. Thanks for hopping on.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Yep. Welcome to episode 143 of the Blitzig. I'm here with 2026 NFL draft prospect Christopher Eaton from Sam Houston State. And I'm excited to have him on today to get his story of how he got to where he is today and more. So, welcome.
Thank you for having me, man. God bless. I
Yep.
appreciate it.
How did your recruiting process go at the beginning stages?
In high school, you're saying?
Yeah, in high school.
Uh, yeah, my high school process was a little different, I would say. Wasn't very highly recruited. Started getting most of my offers my senior year of high school, just before around when the season started. Came from Christ the King Regional High School out in New York City. Yeah, most of my offers came around my beginning of my senior year, and then after that, I kind of just had to decipher. Had a few bumps in the road when it came to where I was going to go, and some of my offers becoming uncommittable and finding a different avenue of where to go. But it definitely taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about myself. It taught me a lot about the process. I don't regret a thing, honestly.
Hmm. Uh, how did you finalize the school that you wanted to be at?
Well, I ended up going to Bryant University out in shoot, I forget where Bryant. Oh, Smithfield, Rhode Island. And really, what it came down to was a lot of the offers that I had became uncommittable. So then it came down to Bryant, and I believe the other school was Stony Brook that I still had a chance to go to at that point. Took a visit to both. Felt like I was more at home, and it resonated with me more going to Bryant. And I decided ultimately to just go to that school and chase my dream by going there. And it was a great decision.
Hmm. What is a typical day like for you during the off season like today?
Typical. Yeah, it's a little right now. It's a little long. Wake up. I wake up at about 5 ish around that time. I get up, do my regular things. Make sure I say my prayer for about 20-30 minutes. Um, from there, I go out the door. Usually, I'll have workouts starting around 7 ish. We'll have like runs, and then right from runs, we'll go to lift right after. And then every day kind of varies. Usually, right after that, I go get some breakfast. I'm taking two summer classes right now, so I got to make sure I attend those classes, integrate that into my day as well. Make sure I'm getting all my homework done. From there, like I said, every day varies. So you might have some meetings in the afternoon or something like that. Some days you will, some days you don't. If not, like a day like today, I don't have a meeting this afternoon. So most of my day is consistent of me making sure I'm getting all of my homework done and making sure I'm staying on top of that, as well as catching up on some film, looking in the playbook, obviously, because like I'm at a new school, so I need to make sure I'm staying on top of that and making sure that I don't lag behind in that aspect.
Hmm. What's this experience like? Being in the atmosphere of Sam Houston State.
Since I've been here, I actually haven't even been here a full week yet, but from the time that I've been here, the atmosphere of this place is very lively. The strength staff does a great job of making sure that we don't lack energy. I guess is the best way to put it. They make sure that within where we're at, we have attention to detail. They make sure that we work hard and we make sure that we keep our brothers accountable. So in my short time being here so far, it's a very lively group. It's a very lively coaching staff. They make sure that we never lack pretty much in a lot of areas. They want to make sure that we're strong in every areas that's mentally and physically. So far, it's been a good journey to be a part of this group and to just grind with them day in and day out to get to the ultimate goal.
Hmm. Who in your family do you look up to and why?
And my family, oof. Honestly, I wouldn't necessarily say like it's just one person. Um, I think a lot of people in my family have different traits about them that I look up to. Like my dad, I look up to um how he thinks. When it comes to my dad, he's a very forward thinker. He's a problem solver. And along with that, he's a hard worker. And I look at my mom, and I look towards my mom. My mom is one of the hardest working people, I've ever been around. So I look at her work ethic and how she um, has worked tirelessly since I was a little kid to now. I look at my grandmother, and I look at the strength that she shows on a day to day basis, and the faith that she shows, and believing in God, and everybody in my family, um, for that matter. Some people would look at this next part. I look at my little brother and just see how he is just growing up. Um, it's not really just one person. I say it's a collective of different people that I look at their traits, and I'm like, a part of me has taken different traits from everybody, and like I just look up to that. I guess more so would be the better answer to that question.
What made you want to play college football?
College football. Crazy enough, when I was little, I originally started playing sports because my mom told me I needed to do something in the summer, and I wasn't just gonna, just be sitting around, watching her TV and eating her snacks. So I went out, played football. Never really knew what I wanted to do with it until I got to high school, and then when I got to high school, people, coaches, and players started saying, it looks like you got what it takes. Like you have what it takes. You have the mindset, you have the skills, you have the tenacity, you have everything to go play college football and go play it at the Division 1 level. At the time, I didn't really see that for myself, just because it wasn't really in my in the forefront of my mind to go and get that. But when I entered Christ the King, and then more people started to see that, I started to believe in myself a lot more, and I started to make this a goal for myself. And I already knew, like, within myself, I had what it takes, and God blessed me with the ability. It was more so just putting it out on the field, putting it out on tape, and then getting it recognized. So then around probably my junior year is when I made sure that I went full throttle, put my foot on the gas, and really, went to go get it. And then my senior year, had a pretty good senior year. You know, and then after that, it was kind of like, okay, like I'm going to go play Division 1 football. The time is now. So after that, it's kind of just, it became a belief thing. After that, it started with other people saying, I think you can do this. And then me believing in myself and taking that, to the next level pretty much.
Mhm. What are you mostly looking forward to this upcoming season?
Oof. There's a lot I'm looking forward to, honestly. There's a lot. My last season, been doing this been playing football for years. Um, I'm looking to, continue to put my name on the map, give myself an opportunity to go to that next level. I'm really excited to get the opportunity to win a Conference USA championship. I'm excited for an opportunity to go to a bowl game. Um, I'm excited for a lot, man. I'm excited for my family to see me. Um, all my loved ones. I'm really, I can't really just name and pinpoint one thing that I'm really excited for this season. I think holistically, um, it's a big season for me. It's an emotional season for me. It's a season where everything that I've worked towards since I was 6, 7 years old when I first started it really culminates to one and really just comes together. And that last game, that last college game on the field, I can look at it with no regrets and just look forward and just be like, okay, I'm gonna go get this next goal. Whatever God blesses me with, that's I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna run with it.
Mhm. What makes you a unique player on the football field?
For that question, I feel like there's a lot of things that I can do, but I feel that one of my best attributes is being able to decipher situations on the field, not to really get rattled, to really be in the moment, and to really, look at formations, look at sets, understand tendencies, understand foot placements, understand the backfield set, and understand what I'm getting to be able to put myself in an advantage, and also studying my opponent enough to understand what they're going to give me so I can beat them to the punch when it happens. I think it's some of my best strengths, and I also feel like I'm one of those players that's not very one dimensional. Put my hand in the dirt and I can play in space. Have enough speed to gain ground, have enough grittiness to put my hand in the dirt and get busy in the trenches. And I feel like a combination of, both of those things is something that you can't teach. You really just got to have the heart to do it. And you got to have the wherewithal about you and the smarts to go about it the right way to be able to put yourself in the right positions on a down in and down out basis to be successful.
Hmm. Uh, I got a couple more questions. What do you like to do in your free time?
Free time, I like to take walks. Kind of a big nature person. Like to take walks. Like to clear my mind with taking walks. I like to read books that challenge my mind. I'd say I like to watch movies. I'm a big movie person. I like to learn. If I can learn something that's going to teach me something that I don't know, I like to learn. So I would say, it's a big thing with that. Since I've gotten here, I'd probably say one of the things I do in my free time is a lot of homework. But
Hmm.
other than that, I do walk a lot. It is hot, but I do, get my steps in on a day-to-day
Hmm.
basis.
Um, what what kind of things are you learning in the classes that you're taking?
Say again.
What kinds of things are you learning in the classes that you're taking?
Oh, well, right now I'm taking two classes and then I have another one in the next summer session. So in both class, they're kind of like a culmination with each other. But one of the classes that I'm in, I'm doing a group project where I'm learning about how to campaign pretty much, where we're taking like a charitable cause and we're understanding and learning how to campaign that to students to be able to raise money. And the whole objective of that is pretty much they're trying to teach us how to put a plan together and how to properly execute it to appeal to your target audience, pretty much.
Hmm.
And then the other class that I'm in is focusing more on the media side of things and how to, based on your brand or whomever your company is that you're studying, how they properly market themselves and put themselves within the right demographic of what they're looking for to appeal to their consumers. And pretty much how that tailors into everything is everything goes back to revenue and how much money you can make. So it's pretty much teaching us how to put yourself in the right market, how much media plays into this stuff, to be able to basically make the most money that you can over the long course of time is pretty much what that one is about.
Uh, and also, I was just thinking of this question. What if you weren't in this position of being a football player? What else would you do, like off the field or anything like that?
Um, yeah, if I wasn't in this position, doing a couple of things, I still would have got my degree. As
Hmm.
I did from Bryant, I got my entrepreneurship degree from there, so now I'm getting my master's. So I definitely still would have gotten my degree. Aside from that, I would have potentially looked at pursuing coaching. That would have been something. I also probably would have looked at different avenues to start my own business within the sports realm of things. And then along with that, I probably would have also looked to find different avenues to get into like the front office of like sports or
Mhm.
something within that realm, whether if it's like event planning or game day operations, something within that realm. I probably would have, found some internships and gone about getting my foot in that door to start traveling those avenues, start working up the ladder and things of that nature.
Thanks for coming on and talking about your journey. And I wish you nothing but the best of luck. And I'll definitely stay in touch with you throughout the season and beyond. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me, man. God bless. I appreciate you for sure.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Have a good day.
You as well.
Thank you.